Welcome to my F1 channel. Welcome to Peter on Pole. My name is Peter, back in pole position. Let's talk about the top three drivers of the Russian Grand Prix. And I'm going to kick things off in third place with Charles Leclerc, P6 in that Ferrari. Oh, mate, that man is pulling out things. I'm telling you. I keep saying it every single time when I mention that bloke. I've really got a soft spot for Charles Leclerc. I don't know what it is, but I just admire the guy, man. I'm not really a Ferrari guy like that at all by any stretch. But when I see talent, when I see juice, I drink it in. He got ahead of a Red Bull. He got ahead of a Renault. Both AlphaTauris. I might be stretching it a little bit. But at the same time, you don't expect him to be in the top six. He was second at one point in the race. If you check my WTH moments, man, that was a WTH moment. Him in second place at one stage. Man, I got to give it to Charles. He's always doing something that is doing more than what that Ferrari car can do. So fair play to Charles, man. As long as they keep that man in that car and they get a good car for him, he will be a world champion. Make no mistake about it, even in a Ferrari. And so big up to Charles Leclerc for flying the Ferrari flag, man. He's giving it a bit of dignity, just a little bit, but dignity nonetheless. Second place in my podium this week, it's got to be Sergio Perez. This man was not even spoken about all race. You imagine what he's been going through this season, now finding out he's lost a seat at Racing Point. Where on earth will he go next year? If he does get a seat, will it be as good as a Racing Point car? Hopefully he gets a Red Bull maybe. I'm all for Alex Albon getting the boot. You already know this. But Sergio Perez, man, P4, the guy was keeping that car nice and steady, nice and tidy, got into no mismatch. His race was, you could say, relatively boring, but P4, that was a great result, especially with Lance Stroll going out. And yeah, Perez, man, I'm happy for him, man. I'm hoping he's got some important weekends ahead where he's got to really make a claim as to why he should still be in F1 next season. And so getting that car into P4 is not going to do any harm to him whatsoever. Big up Sergio Perez, finishing ahead of Danny Ricciardo, Alex Albon. He's had a good weekend. Fair play to him, man. And obviously no Sainz, no Stroll. He's not had a bad one. Need I say more? But number one, it has to be done. Valtteri Bottas, of course, because he won the race. And not only that, he had a brilliant start to the race. When Hamilton got his penalties and he was in the pits, Bottas went in front and not a mistake was made ever since. And big up to Valtteri, because you know what? If he's going to get the stick, I'm going to give him the praise when it's due. And I think, the only thing that's really annoying me at the moment is that he's replying to everything. He's talking back at critics. He's giving them too much time, too much energy, man. You got to focus that energy, Valtteri. You got to focus it elsewhere and just think about you and your car, your race. You know what to do. You know what's going on. We don't know the ins and outs. When people critique you, suck it up. You got to have that thick skin, you know what I'm saying? And I thought you did. I genuinely thought you were one of those guys that did. Whether I'm just being stereotypical because he's Finnish and they just seem to be like, stone cold, you know what I'm saying? The Kimi Räikkönens of this world, ice through the veins. Mika had a little cry here and there. But anyway, my point is what? Bottas, you keep doing your thing, man. Just stop focusing on anything outside. Focus on the car. Focus on the race. Because the genuine thing is, nobody here doesn't think that Bottas can win a race or isn't fast. He's got a brilliant car. His challenge, obviously, is Lewis Hamilton, which is a humongous challenge in and of itself. But nonetheless, Valtteri, I'm happy that you won that race today. I'm glad you did. It's good for your confidence. I hope you take it on to more and bigger things because every season you seem to start the season well. Like you even win the first race as well. So, and yeah, there's nothing to show afterwards. I want this to be a stepping stone. Let this be something. I'm clutching at the straws, but I'm hoping it's something just to give us a bit more entertainment up the title field. Big up to Valtteri Bottas, man, at the end of the day. Honourable mentions, Danny Ricciardo, of course. I have to bring him in there. Top 5. Do you know what I'm saying? Had a nice, steady race. And it could have... Renault's had a funny one because they all started well and then it was like kind of petering out as time went on. But at the end of the day, he finished P5, which is not bad. I want to pick up Max Verstappen, splitting those Mercedes. Listen, anytime you can split the Mercedes, mate, I'm all for it. Now, albeit Hamilton causing his own problems. But nonetheless, man, he kept the car there. The car was reliable today, so it meant that Max could actually get on the podium for sure. And it was just a matter of what place in the podium can he get. So big up to Max Verstappen as well. He got driver of the day. I'm thinking, that is a bit too much. I'm not trying to hear he got driver of the day. Like, that's a bit of a stretch, but he did well. I have to give him an honourable mention. So those were my top 3 on the podium this weekend at the Russian Grand Prix. In third place, I had Charles Leclerc, of course, bad boy Charles. You know what I'm saying? P6 in that Ferrari, looking like a Fiat. Big up to himself. P2, of course, Sergio Perez. P4 in that Racing Point. It's not too shabby at all, my friend. And P1, Valtteri Bottas, winner of the race. Steady, firm, no mistakes made. Well done. He had a brilliant start as well at the start of the race, so he notches it up just a little bit there. Fantastic race. Good race from Valtteri Bottas this weekend. He can be very, very proud of his performance. Let me know who I missed out in the top 3 drivers. Who do you think should have got in there? Who do you think should have got an honourable mention? Was my order all wrong? Was it the right people but the wrong place? Or is there somebody else that I've missed out, completely missed out? I want to give a big shout out as well to Danny Kvyat, because he's always, do you know what? Every week he's always in my honourable mention, but like it's just never enough. When he was facing Ocon towards the end of that race, right at the very last second, if he had overtaken then, he would have probably squeezed into 3rd place maybe, but not to be. But anybody I've missed out on, let me know. Let's comment. Let's have a conversation about it below. And make sure to like this video as well. Subscribe. Thank you to all the new subscribers as well. 180 or something like that. Man, pick up all your chests, man. 100%. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, it's lights out.